All you've got to do is show up.
Is that not unhealthy?
I don't know. Do I look unhealthy? Take a look at this physique. I'm in phenomenal shape, in body and mind. To me, what's unhealthy is living an unhealthy life. To me, what's unhealthy is getting up and going through the same day every day of your life, 9 to 5, in an office or in a... You know what I mean? That's unhealthy. That beats your mind. I don't work. I love what I do. And that's why I'm doing what I love.
I always had the belief that I was going to get here. I was going to get to the UFC. I was going to get... Because I just knew I was different. I know I'm different than these people. I mean, if I'm in with the wrong crowd, I just kind of become wherever, you know what I mean? So that's why I like to be isolated. And that's why this has helped me coming out here and being locked in an apartment on my own. Building back up my leg, going from rehab to home to rehab to home, because there was no outsiders. It was isolation, it was visualization, it was motivation, and it was dedication. There was nothing else going on in my life, you know what I mean? To get to the level that you need to get to the pinnacle, it needs to be like that. It needs to be no outsiders. It needs to be, you need to have your team and your focus, and that's it. I don't need friends that aren't involved in this game, or that aren't on the same path, you know what I mean? Because it doesn't make sense, and that is a demon that I need to conquer, you know what I mean? Because I have friends outside of the sport, and you know, I can get into trouble and go out, and you know what I mean? And I actually don't show up because I'm always there. My mind is always on this. It never shuts off. I can never stop thinking about this game. And I know nobody can tell me that I move the same as any of these guys, because I don't move the same. I move differently. I move unique, and I know I move unique. Not only that, I speak unique. I act unique. I'm just different than these people. I dress unique, whatever. I just feel different to these, on another level, on another playing field than any of them before me. That's why I know I have no doubt in my mind that I'm the greatest, that I will be the greatest of all time.
If you're not training twice a day, if you're not dedicated, you're not going to go anywhere. So I felt I had enough talent, enough dedication, enough love for the sport, that it was time to pack up my job and chase my dream, and that's what I'm doing. It's all I do. I train twice a day. That's all I think about. I don't want to do anything else. It's as simple as that. I will be where I want to be. I'm 100% confident that I will make it to the top. I have the skills, I have the dedication, and it's something I really, really want. So words can't even describe, but it will happen, and I'll let you know when it happens.
I don't feel pressure. I don't feel pressure. I mean, put more pressure on me, because right now I don't feel no pressure, you know what I mean? People say I've got the weight of the nation on my shoulders, you know what I mean? Well, then throw a few more nations on, because I don't feel that weight, you know what I mean? Throw Scotland on there, throw them all on. Having some little 23-year-old kid or whatever in this seat in a few years' time talking about me like I'm talking about Chuck and talking about Anderson and talking about those guys, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm looking for, you know what I mean? To build a legacy and to be remembered as one of the greats. I stay ready. I'm always in shape, you know what I mean? You're not going to catch me out of shape. Win or lose, I'm going to be ready to go. No ego, you know, you can't have an ego in this game. We've all won, we've all lost. It is what it is. Just keep going, keep doing your thing, keep working hard.
Nobody works harder than me inside the octagon, outside the octagon. I am a workhorse.
I knew what was going to happen. I knew I was going to get here. They didn't. There's a lot of stressful years, you know what I mean? A lot of tough times. Every gym had a set way of doing things. Don't do it this way, do it that way.
I always felt grateful for even the small things. I always used to celebrate the small things.
And I slipped a punch, and I shuffled my shoulders and said, Muhammad Ali, and threw a shot. People set like goals, long distance goals and shit. That's too much for me. You stare at your past and you'll end up staying there. It's okay to look back and admire it, but you carry on. I'm not in the business of staring back at it. You know what I mean? And getting lost back there. People say a loss can make or break a fighter, but trust me, a win can also make or break a fighter, because they get comfortable with a win. People can get comfortable with a win, and slack off then. Slack off on the training, slack off on the diet. They've won one. They're winners now. That's not me, you know. You sleep on a win and you wake up with a loss.
I'm enjoying the fruits of my hard work. Nobody works harder than me inside the octagon, outside the octagon. I am a workhorse, so I'm going to enjoy the benefits of this life. I am going to get myself a big mansion in Las Vegas. I'm going to get the soft top cars. I'm going to bring my whole team out. I'm going to spoil them and give them this life. big steaks that size we're eating every single night each. We're eating good, we're living good. It's human nature. Some people will sit and take positivity from that. They will look at that and take inspiration and inspire. It will inspire them to go and push for that. Others will shell up and critique it and be negative towards it. But one thing is for sure, those people will stay where they are. The people who take inspiration from it will rise up and also one day experience that life. So this is human nature. Some go one way, some go the other way. But I am enjoying my money, my hard-earned money that I have dedicated my life to. Gratitude is one of the most strongest forms of power in attracting good things. You know, if you truly feel grateful for the things in your life, I always felt grateful for even the small things. I always used to celebrate the small things. Now I might be celebrating the bigger things, but I always celebrate every little good thing that would happen to me in my life. Even before I had any kind of money or any of that, I would celebrate and I would feel grateful for it, and it just gave me more. And this is exactly the same thing that's happening right now. I still remain grateful, and more comes.
People set like goals, long distance goals and shit. That's too much for me. I already feel like I'm living it, and then I just carry on doing that, you know, carry on day by day, already living the final goal, the goal of being the world champion. I already carry myself like I'm a world champion. I already speak like I'm a world champion. And that's it. I just carry on day by day. So I'll take it as it comes. Again, like I said, you were asking me about the future. I'll let you know a little bit closer. You know what I mean? As far all I can see right now is the gold. That's all I can see.
I feel to be at the pinnacle of any game, in any whatever you do, you've got to be a little bit gone to it. You're not all there. You've got to be almost insane to your craft. Not a lot of people can understand that. That's why I don't know about nothing else. I do not pay attention to nothing else. There was games of football on yesterday, there was rugby, there was this, there was that. And like normal society is like, let's talk about this and let's engage in this. And I can't do it. People are talking to me and in my head I'm counting something. I'm counting up a number, or I'm knee deep in a sequence on the mat or on the feet. That's my life, sequences and numbers, nothing else. I cannot pay attention to nothing else.
I've lost my mind doing this game, yeah? Like Vincent van Gogh. He dedicated his life to his art and lost his mind in the process. That's happened to me. But fuck it. When that gold belt is around my waist, when my mother has a big mansion, when my girlfriend has a different car for every day of the week, when my kids have everything they ever want, then it will pay. Then I'm happy I lost my mind, yeah? I'll die a crazy old man.